Most people nowadays, if you look at them, you can notice that they don't care about their body. The way they live their life is absolutely disrespectful to their own mind and body. And you can see it with the lifestyle they're living. They just go out almost every day, they go have junk foods. It's become part of their routine. Nowadays, people cooking at home on a regular basis and having that food is very less, especially with the rise of corporate jobs and people working all their life. They spend their entire life only to work for someone and they waste their life. And since now it's become like this, it's become a social norm, everyone's health patterns are completely declining. Junk foods, foods that have no kind of health benefit, foods that are completely processed, and foods that are easy to make. This is the go to. And because of this, it reflects on their lifestyle. Initially, when you start a few days, a few months consuming this, you won't feel the difference. But down the line, having this on a regular basis, it'll completely change the way your body operates. Especially now, there's a huge rise of people getting heart attack and other kind of diseases. Why do you think this thing happens? Obesity, diabetes, these things were almost non existent around 30, 40, 50 years back. It was very rare. Now, almost 80 to 90% of people have high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity. It's normal now. Even now, some places in Japan, the lifespan is 90, 100. It's normal. People live to that old age. Why? Because their lifestyle is healthy. But now, if you come to these kind of cities, because of their lifestyle, the lifespan, the average lifespan is drastically reducing. It was 85, 90. Now people are saying, oh, if you get to 60, if you get to 70, you're lucky. And even they themselves have ingrained that in their mind. Oh, I mostly won't live above 70 and all. It's like they know they're gonna die. Their lifestyle is shit, absolutely shit. You must know something. Your body is the vessel through which you go through life. Your body is the only thing that you have to accomplish anything in life. And if you take in all kinds of bullshit food and don't take care of your body, what do you think will happen? And this is also very important when it comes to society as well, how people view you. Let me give you two examples. In the first example is a person who looks very fit and who is very fit, who exercises and who works out on a very regular basis, and he looks good, fit, and healthy. The second example is that of a person who is fat. He's unfit, he looks all sluggish, and obviously, this is natural. If you look at people who are unfit, who have a big belly, and they're fat, you'll notice their shoulders are crouched, their head is not held high, they're always down, sloppy. Why? Because this lifestyle of consuming these kind of foods will naturally deteriorate the health of your body. And because the health of your body is coming down, it will automatically affect your mind as well. In your mind, you'll start feeling weak. You'll start feeling like a victim to life and not a person who has control of their life. And you can notice people who have these kind of extreme lifestyle diseases, they've completely given up on their life. It's because of their food habits. It starts with their food habits. And this is the problem with majority of people. And it's gotten to an extreme point where people don't care anymore. They think it's become normal. And this is something you need to keep in mind. Most people, they think that if majority of the people do something, it's okay if I do it. But that's a completely wrong way to think about life. If majority of people start consuming drugs, will you start consuming drugs? No. But many people nowadays have got into that herd mentality, the sheep's mentality. They just go where the group is going. They just go where the majority is going. They don't care about right or wrong. They can't think rationally. They can't actually analyze what is good for them and what is bad for them. It's now a culture in these cities. You go to pubs late at night, the nightlife, this, that, all that bullshit that'll ruin your life. It's gotten to a point out of peer pressure and out of looking cool. All these people, even they get into it. They go for it a couple of times, it gets normalized. Their mind gets rewired. They think it's okay. And then their friends who are not into this, they slowly drag them also into this. You see how this chain of complete negativity gets into your life. Once you get into it, you're gone. Your health, your mind, everything is ruined. And now this is the norm in cities. This is the problem that's spreading like wildfire nowadays. Now, here's what you can do to first take care of your body. Now, there are a lot of things you need to do to take care of your body and your mind, to rewire your mind and to reset your body. But let's start with the absolute basics. Two main basics that you can just start. You'll see just in a couple of days, your entire mindset changes. you'll actually get a lot more energy. You can actually come to life and not be depressed about it. Two things. First is the food that you consume, because your body is simply the food that you consume. Every time you consume something, you become that. So the food you eat is what you become. If you eat some junk food that has no nutrition and is just easy to make and that's why you're consuming it, your body will reflect it and then your mind will also reflect it. So the food you consume, what can you do? Very simple. Start with this. Try to cut out as much of processed food as possible and switch to whole foods. Instead of having all this pasta, noodles, all that bullshit, switch to whole foods like rice, sweet potato. These all are carb sources. It's gotten to a point where for carb sources, people go for pasta, noodles. It's easy to cook. But that is completely processed. That doesn't have the benefits that whole foods give you. So the first thing you need to do is switch to whole foods. Now it's not easy, but try to replace as much as possible with whole foods. The second thing that you can do is cut out sugar. Any kind of sweets and processed sugar, completely cut it out. Because processed sugar is unnatural. It's not good for your body. And the more you consume it, the more your mind gets foggy. You start operating in a lower level. You won't have that kind of energy. So the first thing you need to do is switch from processed foods to whole foods. And the second thing you can do is avoid sugar as much as possible. Just incorporate these two things into your life. Let's leave the advanced stuff. Start with these two things, and just in a couple of days, you see how your brain will completely change. You get more clarity, more energy to come to life. Now, the second thing is movement. Your body needs to move. Your body is made to move, not just sit in one place and lay eggs. You sit and lay eggs, your body will get ruined. There was a news I read a while back. It was of a Chinese guy who sat for around 18 hours continuously. He was a gamer, a professional gamer. So he sat for 18 hours continuously without moving in front of his desk playing games. What happened? It came in the news. He died. That's right. If you don't move your body, blood circulation in your body slows down. And over time, it gets to a point where if it happens for many years continuously where your body is not moving, the blood circulation actually gets clogged. And that's how these kind of heart attacks and all happen. So keep in mind, you must move your body. Now, this is very basic. I'm not telling you to go to the gym or lift 7 days a week. That's not what I'm saying. But you must incorporate some kind of movement into your body. Running, jogging, or just basic walking. Walk for like 15-20 minutes. Brisk walk a little fast for 15-20 minutes, and your entire body will circulate blood. And your body needs to circulate blood throughout. The heart needs to pump out blood to every part of your body. That's how you remain healthy. So move, go for swimming, or even lift weights. That's good for you. You'll become big, strong, muscular. Who doesn't want that? So, two things you keep in mind. First, the food you consume. Switch from processed foods to whole foods and cut out as much sugar as possible. Second thing, move your body. Just do something, get out of the house and move. If you're in your house also, it doesn't matter. Many people are working from home. They have this hybrid work from home and all. Walk. Get up from your desktop every 1 or 2 hours and just walk for 5 minutes up and down. That's it. Just probably even have a set number of steps in a day that you need to cover. It's ideal, many people are actually doing this 10K steps a day they cover every time. That's a good thing. Keep that as a target and just walk. That is the basic 2 things you can do to improve your life drastically. And these things are not rocket science. Back in the day, this was normal. This was people's life. But it's gotten to a point where these 2 things, this simple thing, sounds so alien to people. People think, oh, that's too much. Oh, it is too much. That's why your life is shit. So get out, implement these 2 things, and just watch in a few days, your entire life will change.